The NFL on EA Sports.
And there's no love lost between these AFC South foes. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts.
And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And here we go from Indy. Devin Duvernay to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out, a former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence has had a remarkable career. Over 50 starts in high school and a winner all the way along. A national champion and 3-year starter at Clemson, and really a starter from day one after the first pick in the draft in Jacksonville. The key for Trevor at this level, though, is to do it season in and season out. That's what the greats before him have done. The Bradys, the Mannings, the #1 picks of the past. If you want to become a great and you want to take your game to another level, you got to do it year in and year out. Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Oh, he's in trouble, and he'll go down. The Colts got him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Might just be a little late to get the ground game going, opening up this game with back-to-back passes. But when you come out of the gate slow and you put yourself behind the sticks, you really don't get into that rhythm you want to find early.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Lawrence working from the gun. He's going to push one deep. They connect on the deep shot. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. So a picture-perfect way to begin this ball game, Brock. Their opening drive ends in 6.
Yeah, no question about it. That's how you do it. You work all week to script out the opening drive, and it's huge when it pays off like that.
Cam Little to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Josh Downs to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
The biggest mistake he could make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight to the air is Richardson. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating
Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
That's exactly what you want to see from your defense. First time they take the field, already have a lead, but they don't rest on their laurels. Instead, they just keep on attacking. They're keeping the pedal down to hammer home that advantage.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Jaguars football. 2nd drive coming up for the Jacksonville offense. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
The throw finds Evan Ingram. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Indianapolis offense headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Second down carry for Taylor. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Jaguars get the football on the first turnover of the contest. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
What you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it'll be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. 1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. 7-0 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. We're back for the start of the 2nd quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. 3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. ETN punches it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars parlay the interception into points. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Downs on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Option give to Taylor. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Colts pushing for points. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Richardson. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
First down throw here from Richardson. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he makes the catch. Did he get both feet in? No. Oh, so close to 6. Incomplete.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Oh, this one is really close, Brock. Did he establish possession and then get both feet down?
Yeah, maintaining possession while being a ballerina, not always easy. A lot to look at here, but I know he thinks he's got a touchdown.
So upon further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned. Matt Gay on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Parker Washington with the return. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lawrence to throw it. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Looking to throw, Lawrence. It's taken in by Washington. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. The Jaguars are going to call their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 3 now. They bring Thomas in motion. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Washington. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Still sticking with the passing game. This is hauled in by Ingram. And they're going to tag a defender with this one. And as he goes out of bounds, we've got a flag on the play, likely against the defense. An avoidable mistake, and that one's going to set the coaches off more than almost any other. And now they're going to mark off the yardage. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, yeah, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Downs on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Colts offense getting one final possession here in the half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, it's Richardson. That one finds Josh Downs. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. New set of downs for him from the 46. To throw, Richardson. Throwing for the end zone. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. So it's halftime, and the visiting Jaguars have played themselves to a nice little lead thus far. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. One of the top performers in that first half was the running back Travis Etienne. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Indianapolis getting its offense out there to start off this second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Richardson. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains, and it's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. Breaks through, and he might break away. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Completed over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Taylor now up the middle. And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They go again with Taylor. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Escapes out to the left. And they take this in for the score. The Colts cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Washington now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. And the Colts get to him. He goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Those defenses spend all week trying to find that numbers advantage. How can I get a guy free? Or how do I get my best rusher in a one-on-one to beat him and get home and get that sack? That was study put into action for the SACK.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. That's caught. He found some space. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 40 yards there and a new set of downs?
We always hear about a tight end as a quarterback's best friend. That play is so indicative of it, Kate. You love a big target, and you know if you could hit him in stride, he's got a chance to get some big yards after the catch.
So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10. Now give, it's ETN headed left. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second and 3. Got Washington. It's complete. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Jaguars football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on to it for one final quarter. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They go right back to Etienne. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5. They bring Thomas in motion. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Etienne again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Jaguars feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. On the run, it's Etienne. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. He'll throw it. He rolls to his right. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Downs on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He completes it in traffic. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. He's got Pierce. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Timeout Indianapolis, that's its 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the 1st. First and 10, gotta score immediately here. Only one timeout left and that clock winding down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Gets this one to Pierce. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. They'll throw again, Richardson. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he is to throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. 1st down from the red zone. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. The Jaguars kneeling out the rest of this victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we say so long from Indy.